Today is the finale of the Mario Kart World rating climb. I am starting at 8,000 VR, and let's see how long it takes to get to 9,000. And this is the very next race from the last video. I forgot to switch my character. I was going to play a much more devious character that my competitors are using, but I'm on Koopa Troopa. Got my mean muggin face on. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, can't make that. So today, we're going to be putting it all together, all of the concepts that I've been talking about throughout this entire rating climb, to show what are the game plans and moment-to-moment decisions that I'm making. Right now I'm trying to get to 14th or worse. Nice. This is probably a star or a Mega Mushroom. Nice. Okay. I'm going to stay away from the top rail because that should be very dangerous right now with the whole pack right there. Wario Stadium is one of my best tracks. You've probably seen me front run it a lot before, but today I'm doing a different strategy. Oh, man. Just a bit of a backup strategy if you are unable to front run from the start, and that is to try and get Triple Mushroom Star by being in 14th or worse at the first two item sets. And then there's a really good star spot on this track, which is to chain into the final item set, because that gets you to take the shortcut as well. And oh, man. And I'm at 0 coins. I'm going to go for a few more. Being at around 4 coins or more is really crucial. Okay, let's see what everyone has around me. Everyone has mushrooms. This person has mushrooms. So I should be safe going up here. They're not going to bump me or throw anything at me. And they're protecting me from other people throwing items. All right, make sure I chain right here. Oh, this person almost took my box. Nice, triple mushrooms. All right, can we get a shock? If anyone has shock, they should use it there or they can't take the shortcut. I guess no one had it. Okay. Oh, wow, someone actually had it. Or maybe they just got it. That's really unlucky for me. Didn't even get to benefit from any of the mushrooms yet. Just gonna fight for the front here. Okay, got bumped. Didn't go for the extra trick. When you are in a top spot, getting shocked is not so bad, because you're not getting trampled by everyone in the middle. Okay, green shell. They could snipe me on this rail. Let's hope they're not going for it, because I'm taking the coin from them. Oh wow, they didn't go for it. Nice. Nice. Okay, I'm perfectly protected. The Super Horn cannot get stolen by the Boo. Yes, no one took shortcut. All right, huge win. The strategy worked out. I got shocked, yes, but I got shocked at a time when I was done taking the shortcut. So I still needed to get a bit lucky at the end, and it all worked out. Let's see. Plus 75! That's such a good increase. Wow. All right, it's not going to stay this good for this long, but this is awesome. Today, I'm just a sweaty, shortcut-pilled VR maxer. Let's switch to the meta. Swoop on the Rob Hog! Alright, Koopa Troopa Beach, a lot of shortcuts, separate shortcuts, so I want to get triple mushrooms, so I can take whichever ones I want. So I'm going to miss the start boost on purpose. See if I can high roll triple mushrooms here. Ooh, not quite. Okay, in the first 20 seconds, the item pool is very small, so if I can just try again here, 14th or worse is guaranteed, but yeah, it's still pretty likely in a top spot, or like in a mid spot. Now I'm just going to not take shortcuts yet. Yeah, people will drop their coins, and people will be using their items because they're trying to get their own triple mushrooms. There's a lot of chaos right now. I'm just trying to stay in a spot that I know is safe. If I was not safe, I would have taken a shortcut, but now I have the option to start taking shortcuts. Oh wow, I'm just in first. I guess not a lot of other players got lucky with pulling triple mushrooms at the start. Yeah, I have a huge lead. Okay, so now this is important. I'm not going to use any more mushrooms. I'm in a spot that is perfectly safe. I'm far from anyone, and I can react to anyone tossing items at me. You don't want to be in a spot too close, because then you can't react to anything. And I'm also out of range of a lot of items. I'm mainly happy to just hold these for now. One to protect against the Boo, and one for the blue shell. And people in top spots cannot really pull triple mushrooms. You need to be in 5th or worse, so they can't catch me right now. Okay, it's getting quite late in the race. I will use a mushroom right here. Oh, there's the blue shell too. All right, just hope it doesn't get stolen in this little time. There we go. Okay, strategy executed to perfection. I no longer need mushrooms because there's probably going to be a shock at this point. So, okay, no shock yet. Usually it's like around there. That's why I wanted to get rid of one of the mushrooms early, just to make sure I at least get to use it. Okay, there's the shock. That's super late. Not a lot of players expected that and dodged. But yeah, huge lead in the end still. Perfect race. Yeah, plus 70. So as my VR rapidly rises, I count as a better player, so I don't get as many points for winning. Moo Moo Meadows is kind of similar in that having triple mushrooms is very strong, so I'm just going to miss the start boost on purpose again. and see if I can pull triple mushrooms here. Now, I actually want to... Okay, I'm not sure where I got that. Nice, nice. I was going to slow down a bit more just so that... Because in 14th, it's guaranteed. And I need to take shortcuts right away. So I figured having guaranteed triple mushrooms is not a bad idea, even if it means slowing down more. Wow, first failed. I'm missing first. No! That's so unlucky. Okay, I'm still in first, but... I'm gonna have to hope for feathers or people passing me, because it's... Honestly, at this point, it's kind of worth it to just drop out, but... I mean, okay, educational moment. Imagine that you just front ran and you managed to hold first, like, but you have no mushrooms. Let's see how this plays out, because this is not nearly as good as having any number of mushrooms here to at least be able to dodge the blue shell. All right, that's fine. I get some coins. Get to speed up. Okay, gonna go for the Shroomless cut again. I am allowed to do everything now that I'm trying my best on my way to 9,000 VR. There's the blue shell. Oh, I think I could have gone out of bounds if I bumped into the yellow fence there. I didn't study these. Sometimes I don't really know where to go out of bounds, because, like, I don't front run Moo Moo Meadows unless I have mushrooms. Got stolen. Oh, no. I was going to take a feather shortcut. My bad, my bad. This is really bad. Okay. So it's not just the blue shell. I am also making mistakes right now. Let's, my only plan right now is to try to get some items for shortcuts. Okay, that was funny. I didn't actually hit. I got one. All right, that's fine. You know what? I need more than just this. I'm just going to get a double box here as well, and then try to make a comeback at the end. Okay, hopefully no shock. Oh, man. I don't think I got the box anyway. I just completely misplayed that. I had no item even if there was no shock. The shock's actually good for me. Because everyone else loses their item too. Okay, let's try to actually hit this last item. I still have a bit of a chance to pass, like, a few of the players. Oh! Okay. My golden's faster as long as they're not in a speed boost. Go, go, go. 11th, yeah. So I had a few options there. Whenever I get a bad result, try to think of, like, what are the things I could have done differently. And so one of the things is, like, you know, I got my mushroom stolen. Maybe just back out at that point. Being in first isn't great anymore. And then, obviously, at the end, I just did not get as many items as I had hoped for. Okay, this is a very long one. We are going to DK Pass. I did not even realize there was one that was this long. I think halfway through, we get to Dandelion Depths, and there's also an intermission from Dandelion Depths to DK Pass. That just goes to show you, like, why are some of the intermissions this long? And so we're not going to blame me for playing lame. We're going to blame Nintendo for making a track like this. We are going to do hard bagging, which I talked a lot about in the previous video where I was getting to 8,000 VR. This is a strategy where you pretty much stay in the back and try to farm for one of two things, either the shock or 2 shock dodge items, which gives you a high chance to dodge the shock. Pulling the shock yourself is very unlikely, just because it's most likely that only one person gets it per race. And it won't show up until, I think, 30 seconds into the race. So the first few items I got were not really important. I was just trying to get some distance to the back. Okay, this next item set's so soon. It's so hard to get rid of 2 items like this. At least it's not a bullet, because that one is forcing me to go forward. Just trying to hit as many item boxes as I can. This is not good. I always have the option to just come back, but... Okay, I think I should have used the bullet earlier. I should have just spammed everything. Just gonna use it here. I'm looking at the map, and there's a really big shortcut. You see that really sharp turn? There's a gigantic shortcut there. And I could focus on that as well. But I'm so far back that if I take that shortcut, it only puts me in a middle spot. So usually when you hard bag, you don't really have the option to just make it back to the front because the pack spreads out so much. Yeah. Okay, as many chances of the shock as possible. Yeah, see, so I'm really far back. I'm going to take this shortcut because I have to just have any chance at all. But as you can see, like, this is not putting me in the front. This is putting me just close to everyone, not too far back. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm just going to use it. Having shock in first slot is really good because that keeps your options flexible to use it whenever you think it's a good idea. I'm thinking about my options. There are not a lot of big shortcuts that I can shock to prevent people from taking this triple res behind me. Okay, they tossed it at me anyway. That's fine. When you get the shock, you always want to be in 14th or worse, so you at least grab good items afterwards. Unless you already have a good item afterwards. which I don't. So I want to be in a bottom spot. Okay, I'll just chain it here, actually. Not a lot of players are dodging. I did that for 2 reasons. One, not a lot of players are dodging there, which is not the main thing I consider. Usually I consider where there are shortcuts, and I'd have to save it so long to stop people from taking item shortcuts. And this one, if I shock here, it's hardly a difference. And a lot of people like to use their dodge items at the start of the track, so I figured that that shock spot's just as good, and it would catch some people by surprise. And my plan for the rest of the race pretty much is just to use these 2 items only. Just take every shortcut. And the shock is so powerful that, yeah, I'm already in 3rd. Look at that. And I have a golden too. As long as this does not get stolen, I have a really good chance to win. Okay, maybe not win. Let's see. If first is a mushroom, then I don't win. Wow, first is a mushroom. Okay, they must have dodged the shock then. Nice. 2nd place still. Yeah, hard bagging, great strategy on the super duper long intermissions. I can't say it's the most fun thing in the world, but it's just what you gotta do to win sometimes. We have Choco Mountain on mirror mode. So I'm just not gonna do anything too difficult. Luckily, there's not anything too difficult I ever try to do in Choco Mountain. This is, again, a bagging track. We're getting a lot of bagging tracks. Well, I mean, some of them you just get your triple mushrooms, but on this one, a lot of the other speed items, like Golden Mushroom, Mega, they're all really good. So there's a few things you want to focus on when you do this. One is there's a Golden Mushroom spot right here next to me on the shortcut. And the other thing is that Star and Mega Mushroom are really good at the start of the track. If you memorize those, you can do really well. So, okay, 2 mushrooms right here. Okay, I'm still in a bottom spot. I'm going to wait a little bit. Try to get this in 14th. Not quite. Okay, I have to hope I get lucky here. Oh, man. Okay, Golden. So, we're just going to apply those concepts. I'm going to try and come back right now. I'm still pretty close to the front. I do not need a shock dodge to try and come back. Just trying to get this in a good spot. That was 16th. Nice. So yeah, Star or Mega takes both of these shortcuts. Star is even better because you get another item, but I got a coin shell. Oh man, I'm so close to the front. I'm just gonna come back anyway, but this is so bad. Alright, I'm in first already. Thinking about a boo. If there's a boo, I exit the chocolate immediately. Oh man. Okay, I have a huge lead though. I should do well this race as long as there's no blue shell or shock that is too bad for me. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Oh, I couldn't trick. But I was in the air for a bit of that. Okay, so a lot of people's game plans just got messed up, whereas I already executed mine. So if you are bagging and you think, oh, I need a shock dodge to win, you have that option, but that's usually if things go wrong. If things go right, you typically should be making a comeback earlier and using the shortcuts, not using the shock dodge. You cannot always predict what the shock user has planned. Yeah, I think I saw the coin coffer. Yeah. I mean, I think I get second regardless, even if I had a good second item, because the shock would have stopped me from taking more shortcuts. If I had a good second item, I definitely would have used it at the beginning of lap 3. And then I maybe would have won, but given the shock timing... Okay, this person has a green shell. I'm going to stay tight so they can't hit me. It's the coin coffer that wins again. This coin coffer is too good at dodging shocks. Maybe that is a real game plan. It's working for them. I know a lot of people think bagging in this game is kind of lame, like, oh, you're just trying to shock dodge, but like, actually no, it's just very strong because of the shortcuts, and I haven't dodged a single shock today. I've been hit by like all of them, and I'm still doing really well. Every time this coin coffer wins, we get mirror mode. I'm gonna try this. Oh, okay, I didn't go left enough because I'm not used to this, but I made it. Nice. Yeah, got the shortcut in first. Got the trick too, wow. Oh, I didn't quite do this one well. I was gonna skip that rail. Alright. I'm more confident on mirror mode now, not because I've practiced it, but because I know everyone else usually is worse than me at it. So I'm gonna save this feather for the tire shortcut. Okay. Oh, no. Can I aim for this rail? Oh, nice. Got it. Okay, I cannot take the shortcut, so I'm just gonna go around. The person with a boo who stole my feather. I'm so sad. Okay, I'm just gonna play it safe here. Just get on the rail. Never mind. There's a sting bee threatening to bump me off the rail. Has a mushroom too. You never know. They could easily bump me off, even if I think I'm spaced from them. Okay. I will save this mushroom for the next shortcut. Okay, typically I would take the shortcut right here with the off-road, but I don't know how to take it on mirror mode properly, so I'm just going to use this on the next shortcut. I'm basically regressing to early days in this game, where I would save my mushroom for right here. Okay, Sting Bee's taking it. I could just charge up after them. Let's get them. Oh, but they lag bumped me. Yeah, the Sting Bee definitely fell off the rail. That's just lag. I lost a bit of time to that. That's better. Okay. This could get stolen in my first slot, so I'm going to chain this. Okay, did not matter. What? How did you dodge? That must have been right at the end of a boo or something. I did not realize someone had just dodged behind me. Oh, wow. I just keep losing to the shock dodgers. That's crazy. I mean, like, yeah, if you get a shock dodge, you get a great race. But as you can see, the coin coffer finished in the middle. So maybe it's not such a reliable strategy, huh? If you couldn't predict where the shock was going to be. Look at this. We're going halfway across the world. Why are some intermissions so long? Oh, man. And then, like, there's not a lot of shortcuts on this one either, which means trying to come back to the front after bagging is not reliable. So trying to front run is not reliable because you're going to get hit. There's going to be blue shells. People are going to red shell you. And then you just, like, often end up in the back anyway. And you're like, why didn't I just bag? I would have had more chances at the shock or double dodge item. I would have had 20 coins. I guess there's a shortcut right at the start here, but I'm committed to hard bagging on this track. It's what I always do. Oh, wow, I got it. Okay. Okay, this item combo is different. I had bullet shock earlier. Now I have golden shock. Golden shock is different because a bullet pretty much makes up the same amount of time no matter what. But a golden can take the biggest shortcuts on the track. So I think using it right here is good. And then this puts me higher up. So now I have a bit more freedom to take weird lines for like coins and stuff. And yeah, if someone like backs a green shell and it hits me because, you know, we're playing a straight line and that can totally happen, then I'm fine to just not be too far back. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Someone's backing red shells and it's hitting the players in last. Okay, trying to get to my 20 coins. And the reason I picked up an item first before using the shock is because I want to see if it's something bad. If it's like triple mushrooms, I can just chain this and the shock. But with the golden, I will have to hold it. Trying to think of a spot I want to use this. There's not really any shortcuts I can stop people from taking, so I'm more focused on like using this a bit later and trying to make sure not too many players dodge the shock. And also another thing is that a lot of players just have this habit of using their dodge item as soon as the track begins. So if it's about equal where you're going to use it, you might as well just not dodge people right there. I think I'll just use it right here. One person's dodging, that's fine. And everyone behind me, which is fine. It's okay if a few people dodge. Alright, triple mushroom is not the best. I would like an invincibility item for the conveyor belt section, but if I use the golden, I'm not going to get anything good afterwards. So typically what I try to do here is just delay the comeback a little bit so that people have time to get rid of their items. Oh man, but they have bad items now. No! Oh, that almost hit me. Oh, I got hit by the coin shell. I did not know that was the middle of the road. Okay. Yeah, without big shortcuts to use, this comeback's a lot tougher. Nice, I got a boo. Want to use it at a spot where it still takes the ending cut. Did not get another item. Maybe it's okay. Just really hoping to get this person's triple mushrooms. Alright, alright. Missed the trick. Hope that didn't matter. Third, nice. Yeah, still a great result in the end. I would love the game to prove to me one day that hard bagging is a terrible strategy and I should never do something so boring, but it just keeps working. Ooh, Shy Guy Bazaar. Okay, the opposite. This is a very front-running track, a lot of tech. I'm going to be going for the rail, of course, see if I can fight my way to the front. No! Okay, that's really bad. That's a disaster on this track, unlike on some tracks. But I'm going to try and show if I can make a comeback. So on this track, you definitely want to come back early. There's one little shortcut right here, and I can chain into a good item. So I'm going to try and do this, make sure I get a double box in a low spot. Need some space right there. Nice. Just going to start using it. Get away from the danger. This is so good. Okay, that's the best case scenario if you get a bad start, is to come back by this point. And I have mushrooms too, which is the best thing I could have. Okay, person in front of me has a single mushroom. I'm worried what they have after. I'm not going to get too close. Yeah, okay. I need to use all of these mushrooms. Making this rail is so much more important than saving mushrooms for later, because I'm probably falling off this rail if they trap me. So important on rail tracks to kind of change your strategy. Don't focus too much on mushrooms and just focus on surviving the rails, because making it is so important. Okay, this person hit the things. Somehow I didn't hit them? That's crazy. Okay, you're following me. You should not be doing that. Yeah, I hit them off the track. The coins weren't worth it, huh? Were they? Don't try to go for optimal time saves on tracks like these. Just don't die. Like, that's the main thing on these tracks with rails. Like, Acorn Heights, Airship Fortress, just don't die. Alright, so I'm going for the non-fast shortcut path because I have a decent lead where no one can catch me just doing the fast path. And instead, I just want an item so I can be protected, because red shells are a bigger threat to me than someone catching up like 0.5 seconds. I'd still have my first anyway. Okay, watching for blue shells so I know when to try and fall off. Oh, that's so good for me. I got launched forward. That's another reason not to be taking the rails on lap 3. Because you will fall off the rails if the shock hits you. Alright, nice! Oh, after that burnout, I was so scared. I'm so glad I was able to come back right away. I know I've said this a lot before, but with the difference between the last 2 races, I wish more of Mario Kart World was like this track, where holding a top spot is powerful and you always want to try to come back to the front. Okay, speaking of hard bagging, I'm going to do it on this track, but I'm going to be completely honest. You can make a comeback early. It works. I've done it before. You have to get a bit lucky, but, you know, no matter what, you have to get a bit lucky to win in this game. So I'm going to do hard bagging here. This, I would say, like, is more tolerable than something like Mario Bros. Circuit to Toad's Factory, because at least it's short. So you have better chances trying to do a variety of strategies, as I have less time to try and farm the shock all the way back here, you know? Okay, just gonna go for my coins. My items are not too important right now, because since I'm going for the hard bagging strategy, I don't need the star from the first set. I can just wait for 30 seconds so that I can have a chance at the shock. Don't want to get too far up or the bullet's going to take me into the next item set. The next item is kind of far, but don't want to be getting too far forward. Obviously, I don't have all the item distances perfectly memorized. Oh, wow, it's right here. Okay. I couldn't see it on the map. I think it hadn't loaded yet. Or, like, I couldn't see it in the distance. The next item set's really soon. I don't know if you can use a bullet here. I think maybe you can. But I can't use the golden. Yeah. That's not worth going back. I thought about it, but I'm only getting 1 item for it, and I'd be so far behind. Okay, at this point, using the golden is tough if I should use it or not, because I'm just going to try and be in last. I don't have the shock yet, and someone probably does. So I'm just going to try and be behind shock, because I'm in last. No one can hit me with it. Okay, that person doesn't have it either. If no one used it here, they're probably using it at the next set. If I get a dodge item, I got the shock. Okay, I mean, that's kind of good. Was not expecting that in 1 item. Oh, come on. Yes, I got the item. Nice. Pack is close. I can still make this. The feather! I didn't see it. This is so slow. Oh, man. Okay, we're all right. We're all right. No! To be honest, I think I was going to win. Like, from the moment I used the shock, I think you could predict I would get first place. I just ran into a ground feather and they got my golden stolen. I might have still won if I didn't get the golden stolen. That's so unlucky. Wow. Mario Kart World. Also, that was the first race in this session that I've lost VR. Like, that's what it took. Maybe I'll consider switching rooms after this next race. So I'm going to fight for the rails here. Probably not going to work out, but if it does, I get a nice front run. But didn't work out. So I will try triple mushroom star. Okay, I'm not in last. Wow, there's a cheap who wasn't doing anything. If you're in last, you get 6 mushrooms. But I got lucky that someone on the map was not doing anything. All right, so this is a nice little backup strategy. Thank you, Scar, for telling me to try this a bit more. Because I used to not really know what to do on this track, except grab a bullet bill and do the extension, which you've probably seen a million times. But triple mushroom star can be all right because you're way in the back here, and it's a lot safer since everyone just has triple mushrooms. Okay, star right there. Break drift a little bit. Not run into them. Okay, now I just make sure I'm safe. This is a rail track. Ooh, you're jumping on my head. I should be fine. If anyone is on the rail and could be near me, they may lag back onto where I am. So if I'm sure someone's there, I should just get off to be safe. But if it looks like no one's near me, then I'm fine. Wow, I'm getting up to a top spot already. So many players must have just been getting hit. Or, rightfully so, dodging the super dangerous rail. Okay, so I like to chain the star into this set, but I'm already in a top spot, won't get anything good. And probably shock. Not always there anyway, so I'm not going to use the star to dodge. I'm just going to use it in case I'm unsafe from anything else. Okay. I mean, that's fine. So the best spots to not dodge a shock are top spots and bottom spots. And the star still had use to me if there was no shock, so that's why I held it. You can't always predict the shock. Get him? Oh, not quite. Oh, wait, got him? No, they used a boo. Okay, just hope they don't throw it at me. That's so lucky. Wow, first set of mushroom? Or did it first pass the line? That's crazy. Okay, nice second. All right, I think I'm going to go find a new room, try to find a group of even higher VR players, and see if all of these strategies continue to work. Okay, nice. This is exactly the level I was looking for. There's even one person with 9,200. But yeah, high 8,000s. These are some quite challenging rooms, so I hope to have a good time here. We got a penguin. And one thing you might be wondering is like, hey, Shortcat, it doesn't look like you're doing anything that special. How are you always performing so consistently when I feel like I'm always in the chaos? Well, one of the things that is very, very important at every level is the amount of mistakes that you make. As you could see, like on Moo Moo Meadows, I made some pretty bad mistakes. And then on Desert Hills, I got really, really unlucky. And those were the two races I did very poorly. But in general, there's a lot you can do to control your luck. And if it doesn't mean I get to be perfect and play perfectly or even have perfect races, but it does mean that if other players don't do it as well, then on average, I come out on top. That's super important about Mario Kart. You have a lot more control than you might think. And you'll especially realize it if you get to a high level and then start playing in slightly lower level rooms. You'll start to see the difference. When it's just high level players against high level players, you can't always see that. Okay, by the way, we are triple mushroom starring it up right now. I got my first two boxes in 14th, probably. I don't know. I was talking. And I'm just somehow in second. Probably just because I took really good lines. Oh, the spike is smart. I think that's the 9,200 player. They let me into first because I have blue shell protection, so I will never hit them, and they're now protected from the blue shell. They just had to slow down slightly, and they're now way safer than they were earlier. And they can now pull mushrooms in second, which is to their benefit. Okay. Wow, there's the blue shell. Okay, I'm about to have star in first slot. There's probably not going to be a second blue shell. Here's what I'm going to do. I could try to dodge shock later, which is more likely, or I'll just at least get the star out and try to dodge an early shock. So I'm watching the bottom spots to pass this item set. Okay, I'll just use it now. I unlocked fish mode. Let's go. Oh, I actually got a shock sight. Oh, I was not expecting that. I was just thinking, like, at least I get to use it. I don't want to drop a star on the ground if I get shocked. That's the other thing. And, like, the star's not doing much for me anymore at that point. You know, there's probably not a second blue shell. Crazy stuff. Oh, man, I was not expecting that. Had to do it to him. Oh, let's go. That was a great race. Yeah, so there's just a bit of nuance between this star I used and the star I didn't use on Airship Fortress. That one was because there were still players near me and I wanted to stay protected in case I had to. In this case, I just figured, like, I probably win regardless. So let's just cover for the first shock spot. Okay, we're going from Drybone's Burnout to Boo Cinema. This is one of the really fun ones, and on most intermissions, I kind of just have big concepts down with the big shortcuts, but this is one of the ones that if you want to be really good at worldwides, you definitely have to learn this one. And this one shares shortcuts with speaking of learn this one shares shortcuts with Acorn Heights to Boo Cinema. So if you're gonna learn some, these are very important ones, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But still, you want to do Triple Mushroom Star usually, in my opinion. My humble opinion. I think Triple Mushroom Star is the best strategy for almost every single intermission track. Almost. And that's assuming you're playing at my level, which is, you know, a pretty good level, but not optimal. Like, there are players who are even better than me at intermissions, although, you know, go ask them. I'm not quite at that level yet. Triple Mushroom Star has been working really well for me. Okay, so there's a shortcut right here on the bridge. What? I don't know what I did wrong. To be completely honest, that particular error has never occurred to me. Lakitu has never picked me up. But anyway, let's just drop to 14th. Alright, a little slow here on the glider. Okay, there's a great golden mushroom spot through 2 shortcuts coming up. You can see it from the curves on the map. You can really tell from the map that the beginning of the track and this part of the track are super important for shortcuts. Okay, dodge the Mega. Okay, I could Mega through this set. This is a common shock spot. I did not expect it that early, but that's totally fine. I still get potential items. Oh, okay, I was gonna go for a little shortcut. Maybe I'll just like show it on screen or something. I was really unsafe. I was gonna run into the coin shell, so I decided to skip it. But there's still more shortcuts to show. Ooh, that's maybe fine. Still one shortcut right here. Golden makes this so easy too. Okay, I will grab the food bag, and I cannot take a shortcut here because food bag cannot dodge the blue shell, but the mushroom can, so I really want to hold this for a potential blue shell. My lead's also big enough that I'm not too worried about people behind me hitting me. Okay, no blue shell yet, just watching the map. I especially want to watch the map so that, you know, if I get shocked or something, or this happens, then I know when to jump off the track, but the Biddy Bud just got hit. So I think we're good. Okay, I will just take this hit. I'm in the glider anyway. Hold down. More airtime. Oh, I got a trick out of it. That's so important. Alright, I should just win. Nice. I got my popcorn. We're going to the movies. What are they showing tonight? Oh, it's just the typical rerun. Swoop Rob Hogg wins again. I'll come back tomorrow. We are playing Boo Cinema to Acorn Heights. This is also a pretty decent one, and as you can see from the minimap, there are a lot of shortcuts at that curvy section. And we also... Oh, man, what? Got mushroom boosted. Okay, never mind. I'll just take triple mushrooms. This is really bad. I can't just use this to come back. We'll see what I get at the next set, though. Pumped off. Okay. This is really bad. I think I'll just... Well, we'll see what I get here. I'm going to try for this next shortcut. I have not practiced this recently. Oh, alignment horrible. Never mind. You could, like, charge up into the pole with the mushroom. I don't think it's, like, super crucial, because there's a lot of shortcuts you want to take over here anyway. But I don't know what's faster. You know what? I'm going to try the next shortcut here. Except it's not even a shortcut. It's slower. But it's super cool. Okay. Go for the second pole. Oh, I stayed on the wall too long. I don't think I would get to make it. Yeah. Okay. I was going to go, like, to the left of the top of the log. And take a huge shortcut that is actually slower because of how wide you go at the start. Alright, this is alright. If I had a star, I could star chain through these, but unfortunately, that's the best I could do. Now I only have 1 item instead of 2. I'm still so far back. There's no items for a while, though, and that means there's probably no shock for a while. The first... Okay, actually, on Acorn Heights, there's only 2 good shock spots. Because the second spot is the glider. So the first spot is this first item set, and the second one is the final shortcut. And I'm too far behind. I think a final shortcut's more likely, but I'm just going to use it here and hope. Hope! I got it. Nice. It was like kind of a 50-50, unless nobody had the shock. Then, so it's not, I guess it's not really a 50-50. Okay, hopefully something good here. If you get a shock dodge, do not panic and try to come back right away. Still save your items for the best spots. Okay, this is nice. Okay, gonna use one so they can't bump me off the rail. Little gap jump. Awesome. Yes! This is what it feels like to shock dodge and win. Oh, that really bailed me out. I was way too far behind. So if we ignore the races where I pulled the shock myself, I think this is the only one where shock dodging actually got me the win. And I'm bagging a lot. That goes to show you how shock dodges are not as crucial as you may think. Okay, typical DK pass strategy. There's a lot of lag and bumps at the start, and so I usually just back out for triple mushroom star. Because otherwise I can't do the beginning shortcut reliably. Okay, got it. Nice. Barely. Do not want to be in dead last for that, where you get 6 mushrooms. Which, honestly, is not too bad on this track. Because there's a lot of shortcuts to take. Nice, made it. So yeah, see, there's a lot of players who had to go around because they got hits or whatever, draft. There's a lot of things that can mess you up for that shortcut. And now I'm in a top spot where I would not be able to pull good items like this. Oh, that's so close. Watch for items. People always throw their items right here. There's always an early blue shell. That's why I don't want to be in first as well. Didn't even mention that part. Will baghead. I will too. And I draft. Nice. It's safe to be around this person with the mushrooms. Now just make sure I make this cut. Take super safe lines. The difference between making this and not making this is night and day. I'm not going to go for shortcut, actually. I don't want someone to steal my star. Okay, they did not drop the banana. I was looking carefully for that. Oh. Just don't want to get hit by them. Okay, the people who might chalk into this set, which is pretty common, are really far back. So I'm just going to use the star delayed here. Hopefully get a shock dodge. No, there's a blue shell! Okay. Okay. That, oh, I think I just missed it out of bounds. Okay, let's see if I can still make this shortcut. Oh, no, I failed. That's tough. Yeah, like, at the very least, I should have slowed down to make that easier for myself before getting hit by the blue shell. Just lost a lot of time to that. Okay, hopefully no red shells. The 9,200 player knows what to do. I could red them. No, I can't red them. Oh, I did not see that green shell behind the coin. I can't even align for a double. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Very obvious mistakes I made this race. And as you can see, I performed worse than usual. I mean, 6th is still really good. Wow, I still get plus 24 for 6th. That makes me feel a lot better. I showed this in one of the previous rating climb videos, but let's talk through the strategy again. So triple mushroom star at the start. We're doing this a lot. I find in competitive, people tend to pick the tracks that are less degenerate, but yeah, more and more tracks. It's kind of Nintendo's fault, to be honest, for making triple mushroom star so easy to get at the start. You don't even need any distance. You just get into 14th or worse. That's why you see people crowding the item sets. Don't thank them, thank Nintendo. Alright, so then we're going to do 2 mushrooms here. And then 1 mushroom here. And then if I'm in a bottom spot, like 18th or worse, oh, bomb, yep, just take a safer line there. Then I can chain the star there, but otherwise I usually just hold it. Okay, triple bananas. I'm going to stay wide here. I cannot speed up. Yeah, all I have is a star. I don't want to use it yet. Boomerang. Oh, yeah, I should have stayed tight. I did not predict the boomerang line properly. Okay, so I always chain star here. High chance of shock dodge. Not quite. Chain right here. Nice, got a mushroom. That's so lucky. Oh, stay wide. The red shell broke. Okay. Super random track, to be honest. I'm glad I ended up in 7th anyway. This track is so hard to perform reliably on. Plus 18 for 7th. Less and less as my VR increases, but I'm glad I'm still getting such big gains for these spots. We have 2 9,200 players, skill-based track. We are going to Bowser's Castle, and there's two good strategies, I would say, you could use on this one. One is you could try to get some shortcut items at the start. Yes, all strategies on intermissions begin with Triple Mushroom Star. Get some shortcut items and take those two shortcuts that you can see very close up here on the map. Then the other strategy you can do that is just the one that I typically use on Bowser's Castle is to not worry about that and just get a shock dodge item and use it at the first item set of Bowser's Castle. That way, you are guaranteed to take that important turn skip shortcut. And people will often shock there as well because they want to stop everyone from taking the turn skip shortcut. So I have a star. This is a really good one because I can actually chain item. Okay, I can be in a top spot? No, I can't. Never mind. I'll just try to be in 14th or worse then. If I was in like 3rd right now, I just keep going forward. But yeah, you get a lot of value either in having a good item in a lower spot or being in a top spot, and then it doesn't even matter what your item is. But having a star would be great. I'd just be worried about it getting stolen. Okay, so the strategy has been set. Star is the best item I can get besides maybe Bullet Bill, and it does the extension, because the star lets me save my, or lets me get one more item, so that after the shortcut I'll have 2 items. And if I get shocked before that point, it's actually fine. It's not ideal, obviously, but it is fine because my goal here is not to dodge the shock. My goal here is to take the beginning shortcut, right? We're taking a shortcut-focused approach, not a shock-focused approach. All right, well, there's the shock. The person who used it, their thinking is probably they don't want to dodge too many players because a lot of players will be doing the exact strategy I'm doing. So hopefully I'll get to show that just because you got shocked early, it's fine. This is still within the expectations of my game plan. My game plan is not like, oh, I got shocked at a weird spot, everything's ruined. That's not a good game plan. My game plan is just take the beginning shortcut. I don't care what happens around it, just take this beginning shortcut. Oh, bullet. I reacted to that slow. Let's just try to take this cut. Penguin's next to me. No, I didn't take the shortcut. My game plan's ruined now. Okay, so if anything ruins this race, it was that. It wasn't me getting shocked early, because I just lost so much time to that. I should have reacted earlier, though, and just gone over the gap with a charge jump. Can I make this? Okay, nice. No, we're still good. I have a good item. Okay, not 14th or worse. I won't chain this. Too risky. Okay, nice. Oh, I could do really well. Second shock! Ground shroom. Yes, okay. We're fine, we're fine. I think I probably get 5th if there's no second shock. So 6th is totally fine. It still worked out in the end, but that was super sketchy. Because I did not make the turn skip shortcut, and that is really what ended it for me. Hi, Editing Shortcat here. It's really unfortunate that I was not able to make that turn skip shortcut due to my own mistake. And the whole time I was talking about like, oh, it's fine if I don't dodge the shock, and I choked it, so I was not able to prove what I was saying. But luckily in the last video, I played an intermission to Bowser's Castle. The exact same thing happened. I got shocked before I could execute the strategy, and it was fine because eventually I took the turn skip shortcut while invincible and still won the race anyway. But I thought I would take this opportunity to share with you what makes a game plan good. Because obviously I can show you an example of anything working or not working, and that doesn't mean it's a good plan or a bad plan. So I will walk you through my thought process for when I create a plan like this. Because there is such a big difference between making and not making that shortcut, then we can divide the track into 3 parts. Everything before the turn skip shortcut, the turn skip shortcut, and everything after the shortcut. And so this creates 3 possibilities for where the shock can occur: before the shortcut, during the shortcut, or after the shortcut. And there is one more possibility, which is what if I use a dodge item at the shortcut, because that's my plan. And so there are 4 possibilities for what can occur during the race. I get shocked before the shortcut, I get shocked during the shortcut, I dodge the shock during the shortcut, or I get shocked after the shortcut. Since I'm not planning to dodge the shock anywhere else, that is why there are only these 4 options. Now, simply by looking at this diagram and thinking through it in my head is why I think this is a strategy that is worth testing. It doesn't mean the strategy is good, it just means that it's worth testing. And luckily, I record a lot of my races, so I have a lot of testing with this strategy. As it turns out, when I get shocked early, usually it's fine because it means that I get to take the turn skip shortcut anyway. And usually this ends up putting me in a great spot spot at the end of the race. But when I am not able to execute this strategy and I get hit by the shock during the shortcut section, I always end up with a terrible result because there's just not enough time to come back from such a big disaster. And this one pretty much goes without saying, if I dodge the shock during the shortcut, obviously I end up in a great spot because everyone else didn't take the shortcut, and, you know, this is the best case scenario of my plan. But it's still worth testing how often this happens, and it happens a lot because this is just the best shock spot. And the final option is what happens if I do use my dodge item here and I do take the shortcut, but there's no shock and a shock happens later. Because I've pretty much made most of my comeback, even devastating shocks that completely remove the item I was going to use to make up more time often are just fine, and I still do great by the end of the race. So if we go back to the diagram here, I have plenty of evidence to show that getting shocked in the beginning or at the end are okay, and getting shocked during the shortcut is really bad. So that means focusing on having a dodge item during this section is a very good plan. Now, all I can prove is that this is a good plan, but it doesn't mean it's the best plan. I've also had races where I was able to successfully front run the whole time, and then I can take this shortcut safely because I am in a top spot. I've won the race by doing this as well. However, it's a whole other question about how am I actually going to set myself up in that position consistently. And if we just step back for a moment and remove Bowser's Castle from this diagram, just think about this strategy in general. Any track with a shortcut that is more important than any other shortcut is a prime candidate for this type of strategy. There are a lot of possible game plans and strategies in Mario Kart, as you have seen, that aren't exactly this, but the more strategies you learn, the more you will start to understand this and be able to easily apply these concepts to other tracks and win more. I hope you enjoyed that segment, and back to the video. Okay, Bowser's Castle to Wario Stadium. This one is backwards Wario Stadium, and I think we actually played this one earlier today, but that, I think it was in the previous video. I was climbing up to 8,000 VR at that time. So, if you haven't seen the previous video, I did talk about it a little bit already, but I will mention it again. So, the most important thing on this track, like, again, I don't know everything about all the intermission tracks. There's too many. I haven't played this game long enough yet. But the most important shortcut really is just the one on the right turn. It's a lot bigger of a shortcut than you might think because the shortcut starts really early. So, I'm not chaining yet. I want to use a Mega Mushroom through that shortcut because I'll be invincible, and if anyone gets the shock there, they want to take the shortcut too, so of course they will shock there and I will dodge it. So I'm pretty close to 14th. Honestly, I could just back out now. Yeah, like later it may not be so easy to back out. Right now I just gotta wait like 1 second. Yeah, here we go. Hopefully something good. Yoshi, you're kind of nuts. I don't know what that was about. I've not been targeted yet in this room, but maybe they just saw I was close and decided to go for it. So no dodge item here. I literally... What are we doing? How do you have a green shell? And why are you waiting to hit me with it? I don't think I'm being targeted. I think this is a string of bad luck. I'm just in the wrong place at the wrong time. There are 23 other players, and weird things will happen to them. So, okay, I have no dodge strategy, but luckily there hasn't been a shock. Hopefully there's still no shock. So I have to take this shortcut too. Oh, Mega, nice. Oh. Okay, so if no one changes into that set, I'm not urgent using this Mega, because there's another spike on the map. I didn't even see them. Okay, so I will just chain into this next set instead, and the players in the back are really far behind, so I'm going to delay this just a bit. Yeah, so this lasts about 7 seconds. I want to make sure this covers for them entering the item set. Okay, probably no shock. Just kidding! Whoa, we dodged, but you can't dodge that. Woo! I almost messed up. Okay, then important rail thing, trick right here. Oh, the red shell warning was scary. Nice, nice! So that was really well done with the Mega Mushroom. If I just chained into the set there, I don't dodge. I delayed a little bit because the bottom spots look like they're more than 7 seconds away, so the Mega Mushroom wouldn't cover for that. Yeah, Swoop, you wipe your eyes. I'm in disbelief. We're going to Daisy's Palace. So if you start from Wario Stadium or Airship Fortress, going to Daisy's Palace, or going to Shy Guy Bazaar, you end up in the unofficially named track, Daisy's Palace. And this is one that I actually just learned the whole thing. Because it's so different, I figured I'm never going to be good at this one unless I just settle down and learn the whole thing. I don't know if what I'm doing is optimal. Everything I'm doing here is just... I came up with it myself. So, It seems to work well, though. I've had a lot of good races on this track. Because, see, there's only one other player doing this with me. Yeah, doing the exact same thing as me. Look at that. Okay, not exactly the same thing. Wait, do they have 6 mushrooms? Interesting. Okay, well, I will be doing a star chain right here. It'll take most of the shortcut for me. Oh, I did not mean to hit that pole. That's not faster. Okay, nice. Got a great item. I just need at least one shortcut item out of this, and I am chilling, executing the plan. There's a blue shell. There's triple reds. Oh, they got hit by the blue shell? Man, that makes me safe. Nice. Okay. I mean, I would be in first with triple mushrooms right now if the person in first wasn't also super smart and took a bunch of shortcuts and took mushrooms into first. But this is a great spot. If I don't get shocked soon, then this is amazing. Oh, I messed up. Okay, nice, nice. Get it? Yes. If shock was later, that would have been so good. I can make such a big comeback. I had more mushrooms than anyone up here. Oh, got him. I think I actually got him. That was not lag. Do you know the lines? Oh! What? That took out some of them? You are a problem. Yes. Okay. Just gotta survive the ending. Oh, that was so close! What? Man, that was the perfect race. Yeah, if I was not just slightly faster than I was, anything, imagine any mini turbo I miss, anything I do suboptimally, I get hit by the super horn and I get second. That's why small time saves are so crucial in Mario Kart. So I know this session has been focused a lot more on big game plans and getting the big things right, but there are little things like this too, and this is a tactic I rarely get to use, but it's where you're supposed to charge a rainbow mini turbo on this turn to get the maximum time save. However, I wanted to hit the player in front of me, so I just got an orange mini turbo instead, which is slower, but it puts me closer to them before they release their mini turbo, and then I could super horn. And that was especially important because they had a boomerang, and I was not safe being near this player. And they say with 202 intermission tracks, you rarely get to play the same one twice. We played this one earlier. Shy Guy Bazaar to Desert Hills. And I remember, I would have won that race if not for getting extremely unlucky. So I'm going to try it again. And, you know, you can't just say like, oh, that race went well, that's a good strategy. Let's try it again and see if this time it works just as well. We're going to be doing hard bagging again. Okay, I know from last time this bullet barely makes it. Gotta slow down here. 22nd or worse has highest chance of shock. And I'm definitely too far back to come back. Okay. Someone could have pulled shock from that set, and this is a dodge item. I don't want to risk going up to the front and then just getting shocked, so I'm just gonna hope I'm behind shock. This is a risk because maybe nobody pulled it. Oh, nice. I can just use it. This bullet is so bad here. I wish I had, like, anything else, honestly. Yeah, it goes so wide. Okay, I can still get a 14th box. It's just not worth it. A golden pretty much lasts through the ending. But it's a risk, so I can't start using it yet. Yeah, see, like, if I don't have an extra mushroom. If I pulled any mushroom, it would have been fine to go forward, but with the blue shell, I have to just do this. Go, go, go! It worked! No! That barely hit me. I was actually gonna win. It was going to work. You can't blame me for that one. Like this, I was already turning right. I can't go any further to the right. That was a good throw, whoever threw that. All right, finally, we have not seen that many of this type of intermission track today, but I did talk a lot about it in the previous rating climb videos, which is that this is a star chain intermission. I probably should not have gotten the food. Oh, yeah. I didn't get an item. That would have been a star. Okay, well, I was just talking and I defaulted to getting the food. Now I'm probably not getting a star, but I still want to focus on that one shortcut and come back. Let's see what I get. Mega. Yeah, so you can't chain a Mega Mushroom, which is why this is worse. With a star, I can have 2 good items after using the star for the shortcut, and with the Mega, I only get to have 1. But I'm not going to chain too much more because the track's not much longer, and I really want to be invincible during that section. So as you can see, it's that S turn there. I feel like we may have gotten this, or at least something similar, going to Whistle Stop Summit. But this is like your classic textbook, massive intermission shortcut that you just have to take. And if you don't take it, you kind of just lose. Like, the players at the front do not have enough counterplay to other players taking the shortcut here. Oh, perfect example! Thank you for the early shock. No point dodging that one. Being 14th or worse? Oh, maybe? No. Oh, I was. Coin shell, though, that sucks. Okay, if I got a little bit less unlucky, yes, coin shell is very unlucky in 14th. Yeah, I just be in third with at least triple mushrooms right now. That would be so good. Okay, let's not get hit by that boomerang. Yeah, so a bit unlucky. You can't always get the luck you want, but ooh, nice. Oh! It just re-entered my brain that Baby Daisy had not used up all the boomerang throws yet. Man, I did not consider that. Now I might get comboed for being in the back. Okay, dodge blue shell. That wasn't feathered to dodge the blue shell down the road. Okay. This is good protection on the rails. I think I can take the ending shortcut. Just throw this to make sure no one backs anything at me. It's not over yet. Someone could hit me still. Just protect myself from both ends. Okay, nice. 5th place. Yeah, if I did not pull a coin shell there, that would have been much better. But obviously, like, I still did really well despite getting the worst possible item pull. How are we doing on the way to 9,000? Ooh, almost 8,900. We are so close. A few more races, hopefully. All right, let's first get out of the way that DK Spaceport, you want triple mushrooms at least, if not triple mushroom star at the start. And it can be quite contested at the first item boxes. But what I want to say, for any of you who are struggling to reach 9,000 VR, here's what I want to say. There's no such thing as being hard stuck at a certain rating. There's no such thing. It's called being hard stuck at a certain skill level. If you're not good enough, you're just not good enough. You're not going to get there. You're not going to get that perfect string of 10 lucky races to boost you from 8,500 to 9,000. That's not going to happen. You need to get better at the game. And like, you know, I've been to 9,500. I have not been higher. That's very lucky for me. My actual skill level is like 9,200. I have had strings of lucky races. That's how I hit my peaks, obviously. Doesn't mean I deserve that rating all the time. Oh, banana. I'm frequently not at that rating. If you watch my streams, you watch my other videos, I'm usually not at my peak rating. That's the whole reason why it's called a peak rating. So get better at the game. And my main thing I want you to take away from this is not that to get good at intermission tracks, you need to learn all the intricacies of about 200 intermission tracks. That's not reasonable, and you don't need to do that. No one's done that. For better or for worse, the intermission tracks were designed so that most of them just have a massive shortcut, or just a time that's way more important to be invincible than others. And if you understand that and play around it, then you can do really well. And there's no shock there, so there's probably going to be a shock here. Looper! I don't remember the last time I got that. Wait, did I steal that from someone, or did I get that myself? Okay, let's watch out for green shells. Yeah, let's just stay to the side. Okay, nothing happened that race. I'm glad we got DK Spaceport. It's a very easy track to turn my brain off. Let's see, plus 30 only for 3rd place. Okay, this end part might be a bit of a struggle because I'm now higher VR than most players in the room, and I'm starting to gain a lot less per race. Oh no, we got DK Spaceport to Peach Stadium. Look at the mini-map! Okay, there's only one important thing at the start, and if it doesn't happen, then I switch strategies. But I'm gonna try and fight for the front. I want a triple mushroom pull. Nice! 5th or worse can get it, so I'm trying to high roll this, because if I wait too far in the back... Give me that, give me that. Nice, barely got it. If I wait too far in the back, then what happens is, I can't even come back to the front. You want to be in top 2 after the left turn on the map. Oh, no food. That would have been really nice. Okay, maybe I pull a mushroom after this and we're good, but no item. Okay. Did not align properly. I do also kind of want to save these to recover, so I'm going to use them a bit later. Especially on water sections. Oh, what the... Yep, this is why we're saving them, but the red shells do not come for me. Everyone's going to be fighting for the front here. It's unlike a lot of other intermissions, but chances are most people don't make it because only top 2 makes it. Oh no, right when that happens! Wow. I would have been fine if it didn't get stolen. Jeez. You know what? I don't know why the boo was just deleted from my brain. I totally should have used those mushrooms earlier. I threw. Yeah, we're not getting top 2. Okay, so, I mean, I'll play a clip. If you want to see what's cool about this track, if you are in top 2, which I'm not going to make it to, it's that you can get in the boat, and you can even potentially shock dodge in the boats with your YouTube member, Wampirosa. And then you can have a massive top 2 later. And then you can bomb snipe Wampirosa on the final turn and win the race. That happened on stream, by the way. Really, really fun. But unfortunately, this is one of the worst tracks in the entire game. I stand by that. Because even though you get to have fun once in a while, that's only if you were in top 2 at the beginning. There's a 1 in 12 chance. Even then, I've seen people who take the boats lose. It's just that we got a shock dodge. Yeah, okay. Hard bagging. Let's go. I got the shock. I can probably still do well this race. Oh, no one took the helicopter? The second one? Oh, I missed it. Okay. My bad, my bad. I did not align safely for that. I really thought someone was going to take it before I got in. Where should I use this? There's still some water, so I kind of want to be able to use speed items for that, but also the later you use the shock, the more benefit you get out of it, because that gives other players less time to replan their strategy and find all the best items they want. That's why, especially if you use a shock at the very end, as long as you're not too far behind, it's the best spot, because no one gets items and you have pretty much a guaranteed placement. Just depends on how far back you are. But I can't wait too long. Let's use it right here. There's not really like better shock spots than others, so I feel like that's a fine spot. Okay, yeah, one person got really, really far away. That's typical for this intermission. Not beating that person, but oh wow, bullet saved me, nice. So yeah, I'm capped at second place. If everything goes perfectly for me, I could maybe get second, but probably not. I'm gonna save this as long as possible. Can't draft off the ghost. Oh, what? The moment my mega ended. I mean, kind of salty about that one, but like they got lucky, right? They got lucky on that throw timing, but I shouldn't have been in that line in the first place. There's no reason for me to take that risk at all. I just wasn't really thinking about it because I was like, like 1% chance they hit me. Well, the 1% happens sometimes. It was within my control to make that 0%. Straight line after straight line. Oh wait, no, they changed it, right. Nintendo turned it into an anatomical diagram of a track. There are some slight turns. Oh, water stream? Does that help? I don't know. I also hard bag this one. Not too hard because it's a short track. But it's just a bunch of shortcuts at the end. And unless there's some way, some shortcut to get up to the front, then I don't bother. Like, for example, if we're going Desert Hills to Koopa Troopa Beach, then there's that massive shortcut that you can take, and I have used that before to make comebacks and then just front run the rest. But on a track like this, I don't think so. And usually people will shock before the shortcut, so I'm going to save the star for the first item set on Koopa Troopa Beach. That's the most common spot, but someone may not have the shock yet at that point. If there is no shock, usually my plan is to just don't get too far ahead. Either get all the way to the front, or stay in 14th or worse to make it really easy to continue to grab more items. If the shock happens super duper late, it's just a luck fest at that point. There's nothing you can do, but I'm playing my odds here. Nice! Yes! It worked! Okay, no panic. Don't go forward right away. Oh, that was close. Just save these for the best shortcuts. The comeback happens in the shortcuts, not right after the shock necessarily. A ground star? What? No one took it too? Blue shell. I can win. Oh, that was so lucky. The 1%, but in the opposite direction. There's just a ground star. Okay, plus 45. We're almost there. Almost 9,000. Okay, Dino Jungle. I think there are 2 viable strategies on this track. Actually, 3. One of them, which is the most common one people use, is triple mushroom star at the start. And it's because there's a giant shortcut that you want to take once per lap. And then it's right after an item set, so people like to shock at that item set on lap 3. So ideally how this plan goes, wow, stay away from you, is I will take the shortcut once per lap and then star into the items on lap 3 at the bridge. However, you can just get triple mushrooms and that puts you closer to the front, and that works out better sometimes, especially if the shock happens at a weird time. And the other thing you can do is just run forward at the start, which is especially good if too many people do the triple mushroom star strategy, and then because they're going to struggle to get the boxes at the start, so that makes your lead even bigger. So yeah, this track kind of a lottery. You pick a strategy and then you don't know which one's good until the ending. Right, I'm already in top spot. This is really good. Oh, good dodging. Oh, lap 2 shock. Okay. Yeah, so this... Man, give me this. Nice. Oh, single box. Oh, I hit the geyser. You know what? Like, honestly, I was not going to be that bad until that happened. This is really bad now. Okay, 14th is really far back. I have a few chances at mushrooms. I'm just going to get this in a lower spot. I don't care to hit anyone yet. Make my box worse. Okay, now I can throw them. See what I get. All right. Man. Not the best. But there shouldn't be another shock, so I'm fine to... Actually, I have to hold these mushrooms. What the... I'm going wide for the boomerangs. It's so unfortunate. I got that in 14th, though. Hopefully not a coin shell. Oh, what? That was not 14th. Man. Yeah, just saving this to recover just in case. Oh! Okay, I didn't lose any spots to that bump. That's okay. Oh, I'm a bit disappointed that I made that driving mistake and hit the dinosaur on lap 2, because I wanted to see what would happen, even though my strategy didn't go ideally. What would happen if I just, you know, play it out? And unfortunately, I didn't. I immediately made a mistake that cost me a lot of spots. Okay, so we're going to Faraway Oasis. Here's a little visual cue I use to know which version of the track we are playing. Well, it's always the same version of the track. It's just where's the entrance that we are going to from this intermission. And as you can see, like right as we get to the track, we're doing that big loop. And that loop is at the start of the track. So that's how you know that we're not doing the ending shortcut right away. Like, for example, if you start from Great Question Block Ruins, you start with the ending shortcut. So that's an important shortcut to do. But if you're starting at the beginning of the track with the loop, then there's usually a big star chain shortcut right before it. So I'm going to try and save the star for that point. If I'm in a top spot, that's good. I'm just in a top spot. And if I'm in a lower spot, then I will try to be in 14th or worse as I grab the box to make sure that I can carry good items into Faraway Oasis. So this is actually not the big shortcut version. The big shortcut version is the left turn before the start of Faraway Oasis. That one's a lot bigger, but the right turn version, it's an alright shortcut, as you can see from the map. Alright, good first item. I'm going to try and stay in 14th as I am not close to the front at all. Oh, zebra. That's fine. Just a more guaranteed 14th here. Oh, I went for the single box. I should have tried to touch 2 boxes at once. That's, in general, you should try to do that. Okay, as you can see, everyone knew what to do, so I'm in an even lower spot than when I did that. And I missed the item too. Let's see what I get. Ooh, okay. I have 2 options here. I could back out for a shock read, or I could just try to predict no shock. Okay, no dodge item. I could get shocked later too. Oh man. No, my golden. Okay, I have to use an extra mushroom here because I got hit twice. Alright, hopefully you don't have to recover too much. What? Where did that come from? Oh man. Okay. Super unlucky race, but to be honest, like, who knows what could have gone differently if I had just gotten that item when I chained the star. That's one more chance at an invincibility item, and my biggest problem at the end was not being invincible. So when you make a mistake, it's hard to blame luck at that point. Everything could have been different if you did not make that mistake. All right, we are going to Great Question Block Ruins, and I have the exact same strategy on this track as I do with Bowser's Castle. Triple Mushroom Star! Use the star at the... or use any dodge item at the first item set, because the first shortcut is just so crucial. And, you know, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If you're wondering, hey, if this strategy is so good on intermissions to Great Question Block Ruins or Bowser's Castle, why don't you do the strategy normally on those tracks? And the reason is because, hopefully I can have a good clip for it. When you play those tracks normally, on lap 3, there's massive time differences between top spots and bottom spots. Like, you can't just come back. It's not that simple. Everyone's been taking shortcuts the whole race. But on intermission tracks, not the case. Everyone's super clumped together. So if you just make that one shortcut, you're chilling. You know what I mean? Like, it's very different. And that's part of the reasons why when the game had come out, I was hoping these intermission tracks would be a lot more interesting, because then we wouldn't really have this problem with the ending of tracks being played out completely differently than how they normally play out in a competitive sense. You know, like when you're playing in a more casual setting, it's not a big deal, you know? Oh, I got lag red shelled, whatever. Oh, okay. Educational time. I'm actually so happy I got shocked there, because this is within the expectations of my game plan, right? And unlike Bowser's Castle, I'm going to try not to immediately mess up afterwards. Let's see how this goes, because some people will say like, oh, you held your shock dodge item for too long. This is the worst case scenario. You got shocked. Why didn't you just use it? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So, important thing is I'm not trying to shock dodge. I'm trying to take this shortcut. I can still take this shortcut. I am a little far behind, though, because I got red shelled. If I did not get red shelled, this would have been better. I'd be further ahead right now. Ooh, 12th box. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, I'm not going to go for any more items. I'm just going to do the golden strategy at the end. So you want to use it right before you go off. Then you don't have to charge jump. And then take the shortcut at the end here. Second? Yo, no! Okay, that's unlucky. But it worked. It worked. I just got unlucky at the end. I would have got second. Yeah, so that just goes to show you this is a game about shortcuts, not a game about dodging the shock. You don't have to dodge the shock. Okay, back to business, back to regular tracks. This track does not play out like an intermission track because there are no unbelievably massive shortcuts that occur when everyone is still super clumped together. I would say that's like the main reason why, if you're watching this video and you're thinking like, oh, these strategies seem a little degenerate, that's why. It's just the way it is. It's just the way this game is. If you want to get better at this game, just accept it. Reject this at your own peril. But yeah, I'm just going to try and take the early shortcuts and be at the front. It's really nice being at the front. Oh, I got bumped into that. I was going to avoid it. Triple mushrooms is great, though. I'd love to save 2 mushrooms. And then... okay, just dodge stuff. Oh, triple greens. Okay, I have to look backwards a lot in this section. Get some coins. Oh yeah, they're right behind me, aren't they? Yeah, I'll take the other rail. Oh, good thing. Someone with the boomerang tried to take out the person with the triple greens. Alright, so I'm going to tell you what my game plan is right now, and it usually doesn't work, but I'll explain to you why I'm doing it anyway. So I'm saving these 2 mushrooms for the 2 grass shortcuts coming up on lap 3, because there are no shortcuts before that, so there's no good spot to use these. The only thing I'd be doing is like, I don't know, I'd be sniffing third's butt instead of being this far behind third, which is like, that's not a big deal, right? And then I'll probably get shocked before that point, because that's a common shock spot before the shortcuts. But, oh, wow. But if that doesn't happen, then I get a massive reward. So even though I'm doing something that doesn't usually work, I'm thinking that, okay, but if it does work, the reward is massive. Yeah, that I got shocked. But actually, that was a really early shock. Okay, I still have a chance at a mushroom here. Or a boo? A mushroom, nice. Oh, I missed the trick. Okay, shortcut. Oh, what are you doing? Shroomless? Oh, someone must have dodged with a golden. Triple reds. Okay, I should not go up there. I was hoping they'd fail, so I prepped for it anyway. Okay, Goomba's going for them. Nice. Stay out of the middle. Oh, I lag sniped them. That makes up for last race when I got lag redded. Oh, I could have red shelled the Shy Guy, I think. All they had is mushrooms. I was just trying to play it safe though, because I'd have to get rid of all my protection to do that. But fourth is still pretty good. So the concept of that race was really just about risk versus reward. You can do something that usually doesn't work if, when it works, you get a massive reward out of it. And my alternative of using both mushrooms early is not even good. And actually, for this specific race, I'm so glad I have an example in mind that I can show you of that exact concept. This happened really early on into the game releasing, but it was still a very good race. I was rolling for triple mushrooms and then got a golden mushroom, which is, you know, just as good. It can still take all the shortcuts. And then I just held this. Like, I was not touching my item at all. I got hit. I chose not to recover because I knew that was not as good as if I managed to get the golden off at the end. And then I did, and I actually won the race by doing that. So I'm so glad I have so many clips that I can show now, and it's not just for these videos. I personally use these clips to verify if my strategies are good or not so that I can improve. Oh, Crown City to Wario Stadium. This minimap is a little deceptive because the turns look really wide and like there may or may not be shortcuts there, but the big right turn is a massive shortcut. And this is something I didn't actually know the first few times I played this one because it's not super apparent from the map, because the first turn is not a shortcut, the first left turn, but the second, the right turn, is a shortcut, but it's like late into that turn. It's really, really big though. So, and there's no other intermission, I think, that crosses over this path, so it's really easy to remember. Like, after I saw it twice, I just remembered it forever. So, just like with most intermission strategies, I hope you just kind of get it at this point. I'm going to be using a shock dodge item into the item set before that shortcut. Now, one thing I'm kind of worried about is that if other players here get the shock, I don't think they may know. Like, there's a small chance, or there's a pretty good chance they don't know where to use it, because I think a lot of players actually don't know about this shortcut. It's just like a lot of intermissions reuse things, but this is like a unique one. I have a second dodge item for the shortcut as well, so I'm like super safe right now. Yeah, we just have to wait. Like, that's the item set before the shortcut, and if you shock everyone's items away, it's great. But now is the actual shortcut. So let's go over here. Yeah, it's so big. We're like not even close to the main road. Maybe shock? Not quite. Okay. Oh, I'm in the off-road. Not going to use this yet. I don't want to improve my position and then get a worse item. Right? When you have a single item like this, you typically want to get another item before you start trying to come back. If I get something bad, I might want to... No, if I get something bad, I have to hold this for the Wario Stadium shortcut. If I get something good, I can use this. And then I'll be in a top spot, which is more protected from the shock. Oh, that's amazing! That's perfect! Okay, I could use the boo to take the shortcut, but if the players here are smart and they have the shock... Wow. It's okay. Big game plans. If the players here are smart about the shock, they will try to use it. Oh, what the? Danger everywhere. They'll try to use it right here. This boomerang sucks. I can't get rid of it. This is the item set before the shortcut. I'll just wait till the bottom spots may pass. I'll use it right now. I took triple reds. Not great. I didn't know what first had. I was hoping first had something that can take shortcut. Hoping to steal that. Okay, but no shock dodge here either. I did play this perfectly, though, up until this point. Things didn't work out in my favor, but I did everything correctly. Now I'm just in a top spot. I was protected for all the important sections. Just missed one shortcut. That's why I'm not in first. Wait, no, they're still there. Oh, trick! You can trick off this part, too. Nice. Got my speed back. First messed up. I'm worried about blue shell. I was really hoping they wouldn't mess up. It's raining, too. This is going to be tough. Oh, that's so unlucky. Well, I failed it. It's hard in the rain, but I had my own coin. I could have taken the shortcut anyway. I hit the baby peach. Nice. Feather. Yeah, this is all right. This speeds me up a bit. Hopefully no one has a mushroom. Oh, stay away. They tried to back it at me. Nice. Nice. Second place. Okay. That race was just a little bit lacking on the luck, but I played it perfectly, and as you can see, it still works out. There's a lot less luck in Mario Kart than you might expect. Oh, we hit 9,000! I wasn't even keeping track of the VR. I guess that's it. We got it. Yes, we have to take a photo, because this is my peak VR in this profile. Wait, the video is not over yet? I hope you enjoyed the Road to 9000 VR rating climb, but the secret is I held back. I just wanted to show you that even with 202 intermission tracks, if you just watch the minimap and gain experience, you can still do really well just by following important concepts. But what if you knew exactly what to do on every intermission track? Let's find out next time.